Because the Bible says God uses all the best things for your own good. So that
Are you
bad thing,
telling me God is the first Instagram with thirst traps? So God used
oh, wait, but he is though, because he created Eve. He is.
what the fuck?
Dala skudla, dala skudla, zabi impilo,
All right.
He is. Yes.
Yes, man. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Okay, we are live.
And the fat ass convo or the fat ass
Yeah,
conversation
you
with
know,
Mr.
you know.
Jafta J. You know what's gonna make this thing weird, bruh? When
What?
when we try act like DJs and try like formalize how we and shit. You know, I think,
Yeah.
I think you know how Joe Rogan just goes into it's like, okay, we live, let's start talking. Or three, two, one. Anyway, remember what you're saying? I think we
Yeah,
should just do it like that, man. Because we know
that's it.
DJs, we have no training in that shit. You know?
But bro, can I be honest with you?
Yeah,
So this whole time, right? Okay, we went to prayer, right? And
yeah.
then it took me about like 15 minutes, and I'm like, "Ish, I gotta practice how I'm gonna start this thing." So I've been looking at the mirror and practicing. I'm like, okay, what do I say? But he's not gonna know what I'm gonna say, so he's gonna keep cutting me off. So let's just go for it. So everything I'm practicing
Yeah.
because it won't work.
That's how you're reminding me of I don't know if I told you the story before, I probably have. That one time when I was supposed to go meet this girl, and
Yeah,
sat down with a bunch of my friends, and we like wrote down topics of what we want to speak about and shit. And then
yeah.
when I when I got there, bro, like I asked the girl like one question over there, and then the conversation just flowed, So
So you
from
threw the
that
whole
day,
paper away.
the whole paper just went into my pocket. I folded it, bro. You know. Well, in fact, no. I'm lying. I didn't have the paper out. It was in my pocket already. But
Yeah,
like I memorized all the topics. Ask her about her birthday. Ask her favorite color. Ask her
yeah,
about her
yeah.
best friend.
Can I ask you something
And
though?
what up?
So you had written these things down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the plan was, how long did it take you to memorize? That's the first question. To memorize the things that you'd written down.
Okay, so basically, like this happened while I was in high school. And in high school, we had two lunch breaks, like a first break and a second break. You see.
Oh, okay,
So
okay, okay.
yeah, on the first break, she told me like, "Yo, I want us to hang out." So then I had after first break, like in class, there was no learning. Trust me, like we
Yeah.
did not listen to teachers. And then after
Please
the
explain
first break, the what?
the school you went to that, that did no learning in the first place.
No, 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 no. Like we did not want to learn because we had like an agenda. We had something to do. Because now this girl had put like she'd come up to me and be like, "Yo, I want to get to know you" and all that stuff. And like I went to
Okay.
my friends. I'm like, "Boys, this girl. She was the hottest girl in the school at the time. I remember her name, Lesejos Tole. She was like a senior.
Ooh.
Anyway, so it's like, yeah, I went to my boys. I'm like, yo, boys, this girl, bro, she wants to hang out, and I don't know what to say. I'm not good with girls. Help me out. And my boys were like, we got you, my nigga. Get a pen and paper. Ah,
Yeah.
the foolishness. But anyway, so wait, I want to cut to the end, bro. So
Yeah.
basically, uh,
I'm saying go, finish the story.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, the I'll go to the girl now, right? So I'm like, how you doing? So I'm thinking, what should I say? What should I say? I'm like, ask her about the color. So, what's your favorite color? And she said like a dumb thing. Like I can't remember what she said. Like probably like green or lime green. I'm like, what dumb color is that? So that was my next thing, and like from there, the conversation just flowed, bro. Like it just
Okay.
went. And then at the end, not at the end, like in the middle of our conversation, like, but now we were talking after school and stuff. I was just
Yeah.
like, I actually planned conversations like of what to talk to you about. You want to have a look? Hey, the way she lost at me, eh? So I showed her at the end. I was like, so this was the plan that I was gonna get you and ask you these questions, which
Ah,
was
bruh.
quite hilarious.
No, if you were in the game for real, you could have used that as like a second date sort of thing. Like, okay, since we didn't get into these topics, maybe we can another time we could talk about these things. You see?
Well, you see that is game, but you see that's a 25-year-old Lise game versus a 16-year-old Bouga game. So,
Okay, yeah, okay,
you
true.
know, and
True.
that girl, I'll be honest with you, man, she was my first girlfriend, right, in grade 10. I was a bit
Wow.
of a late bloomer. So, yeah, man, good
Booga was
times, bro.
then.
Grade 10, buddy. I was a good boy. I was a Christian boy, bro. You know?
Don't, don't tell me
Um,
that.
nah, bro, I was a Christian boy. I was the guy who went up to the family like, why aren't we praying? You know? And
Hey,
yeah, man, I know knowing me now, you want to pee, but like literally, I got into a bit of an argument with my dad because he wasn't very Christian. He was the type
yeah,
of guy that wanted to slabber the idlozi things.
yeah.
And
Are you into that now though? To the
sorry,
Amadlos. Are you into that now? Amadlos.
nah, nah, nah. All of it confuses me. All of it. Like for
Yeah,
example, you see, if idlozi existed, bro, you know.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And they can see that Bill Gates has billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Why aren't they like, let me hook my boy up, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like, don't you think
Indaba.
if you were read those, bruh, and
Yeah.
you see your great grandkid, bruh, struggling, but you can see he's hustling, working an honest
Yeah.
job. He's not
Okay.
whatever,
Wait,
but
wait, 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 wait. Wait, Mkiza, wait. Let's
yeah,
let's unpack what a dozy is. Let's do this thing properly. Yini
all
kuqala
right.
idlozi? Yini kuqala idlozi? From your understanding.
Okay, from my understanding, and
Mm.
forgive me, man, my dad didn't teach us this shit. He just did it
Yeah,
on his own.
yeah.
But Izos to me is basically an ancestor of which had already passed away. So if you're still alive, you're not really an ancestor. So it's an
So an
ancestor that has
ancestor.
passed away.
Okay. So it's someone who was alive, who was part
Hmm.
of your family. That's my understanding.
Yeah.
Who's your family. Um,
Hmm.
Now their job after this earth life is to look after you guys from above. That's my understanding of what it means.
Legit, the direct translation for me would be like a guardian angel.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that puts it into like more
Yeah.
context. Okay, so you
Yeah.
saying that nigga, so Bill Gates now has the same thing from that belief. If we're going by that same line of belief.
Yeah, let's say that's the only true religion because in order to test the religions, right, you have to consider them as the only true religion. That's
Yes,
basically.
yes.
Yeah, it might be a fallacy of a deduction that I'm using, but
It's
if it's
definitely a
true,
fallacy, but I like it.
yeah, I mean, if you can say, okay, maybe we should stop thinking of them as the one true religion and say maybe two religions can work as one, which is what many black Africans did. They took Christianity and mixed it with the Muslims.
Yeah,
But how it starts is like for example, the Bible says, God is a jealous God. He wants to be the only God. The
yeah,
Quran somewhere says something like Muhammad or whatever must kill whoever is not a Muslim, and everyone one day must become Muslim. Um,
yeah.
us black people, we pretty chill. We just like, I just burn a cow for me and slabber a goat,
And
and
I'm
I'm
cool.
happy, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
we didn't care whether you believe in something else or not. We don't say shit
yeah.
about that. We don't speak about other gods in our religions. You're just
And
like, hey, man, you want to believe in other gods? Cool. Just don't forget to cut that cow's head for me. So, so, but
you know
now
what it goes
using
back to?
what does it go
Okay,
back to?
no. Let's finish this,
Okay,
and then
so,
I'll go to that. Go to that.
so yeah, where was I?
Bill Gates
Uh,
has idlozi lakhe, and it's giving
yeah.
him billions of dollars. So why is my idlozi not doing the same for me?
Now. With that said, right, Bill Gates
Yeah.
does not believe in madlozi. Now, I do not know Bill Gates. Maybe he does in private, because maybe in the white people's life, it's like more like voodoo, so they do it in private and they hide it. Maybe he does, maybe
Yeah.
he doesn't. But from what I see, the nigga fucking is ashamed of his fucking dlozis. He doesn't let the people know that he believes in them. Whereas my dad, wait a minute. My dad, he used to waste pans, bro. He used to take us to bath in the river and shit. And
Yeah.
I don't know if in Nyongwe or something, but brah, somewhere that shit. He used to burn in the pepper waters there, and cover
Yeah. Yeah.
himself. Whatever, I don't know what it's called. But
Zonk and everything.
he used to cover himself with a blanket and have steam. And then
Oh
in
yeah.
that steam, yeah, you know that shit, bruh. My
I've
dad
seen.
used to do that shit.
Damn.
Yeah. So my dad did all of that, but he never got to Bill Gates levels, bruh. I mean, my dad was pretty successful, I'll admit, but he never got
Yeah.
to Bill Gates levels.
Against
So I
level.
have to look at it like, so if the Rosies are the true way, why would a guy who is ashamed of them or does not believe in them, why is he doing a lot better than the guy who's proud of them and so forth? And this will
Mhm.
go to almost any religion. Go to churches.
Yeah. Yeah.
Churches
You
are
know,
full of poor people, bruh. Full of poor people. You
I have
know?
an answer for this.
You What's
Surprisingly.
that? Okay, let's hear it, man.
Okay. So we're talking about like why is it when you are fully into the religion that you don't prosper as much or you don't see yourself prospering as much as like someone who's outside of your religion. Like for example, myself, I look at like Muslim people. Like
Yeah.
Muslim people are hella guapped, bro. Like
Yeah.
the Indian people that I went to school with who were Muslim were guapped,
Mm.
bro. I remember this dude Huvino. He'd come to
Hey,
school.
whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, I just have to stop you right there.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't say the Indian people that I went to school with were hella Muslim or whatever.
No, 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 no. Who were Muslim were hella guapped. Wait, I can't say that.
So you mean the Asian people?
Oh, the Asian people. Wait, I can't say Indian.
Yeah.
I
Nah,
can't
because
say Indian.
I mean, you do get Muslim Indians, but they're very rare in South Africa. So you'll get like Asian Muslims or Middle East Muslim, whatever you want to call them. They're all Asian, but not all of them
Oh,
are Indian. You know?
oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, must be careful of that shit. It makes
Okay,
you look
okay,
like you don't know your shit. I mean, we
okay.
don't, but
Asian. Okay.
okay.
Fucking yeah, now. Okay. So,
Yeah,
from my perspective, I was a Christian, like who believed throughout the whole of high school, and I was looking at those guys, and I'm
like
like,
a devout Christian.
like a,
A devout Christian.
like yeah, yeah, bro. I'd go to SCA every day. I'd go to church every Tuesday, every Friday, and every Sunday. So I was
Was it
I
for
was
the
church
bitches or
in.
was it for Jesus? What was it?
It's not okay. Wait, hold on. It started out for like the girls because I wanted to socialize. As a
Yeah.
high school kid who doesn't know anyone, I wanted to socialize, and it was the easiest entry, if I can say it like that. And then
Mm-hmm.
the whole religion caught me, and the vibe of the people that I was going to church with, that whole thing caught me, and I ended up like believing like that, which is
Yeah.
cool. And I always thought it was like, oh, okay, God used that thing because I get the Bible says God uses God uses all the best things for your own good. So that
Are you
God thing,
telling me God is the first Instagram with thirst traps? So God uses
oh, wait, but he is though because he created Eve. He is.
What the fuck? You say God uses thirst traps, bro. What the heck?
Yeah, well, he did though. He did though.
Alright,
It's,
alright, alright, cool.
it,
Okay, cool,
it's,
cool.
it's his idea and he put it into someone's mind. Definitely. 100%. 100%.
Alright. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Now carry on, yeah. So you were
Okay.
a hella devout Christian.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
I'm hella devout Christian and I'm seeing these other people who don't believe what I believe in. And actually, we argue about what I believe in. And
Mm.
and like we end up like not liking each other to a certain extent, because we believe different things. But I'm seeing these guys and they have things that I want that I can't obtain. So I'm like, why don't I just believe in what they believe in, and I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get that thing. But now to get to my point is sometimes, well, what we taught, I'm not actually 100% sure, but we're taught that the God that we believe in, whether it's if you're Muslim or you're Christian or whatever religion you are, that religion isn't meant to prosper you here, which is earth. It's meant to prosper you after you die. So that's the promise that we're living under, is that okay, if I live a poor life here and it's hard, but I still stay devoted to this thing, then in the afterlife I'm going to, get riches and be wealthy there, and get way more things there than I would have gotten here. Do you get what I'm saying? And then the plus for me here on earth is that I'm a good person and I treat people well, and you know,
I hear you,
so
man. That's some deep stuff, honestly. But I just think it's like silly, man. Like it's silly. It goes against nature, bro. You know,
it,
human
it,
beings ever since the beginning of time have been trying to live comfortable lives. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah,
even
yeah,
like even when we try live an uncomfortable life, like you know what white people do, they go camping and hiking and all that shit. They still
yeah,
come and ask for the best tent and the best mattress and the best sleeping bag because we want to be comfortable. They don't want to go there. They don't go there and use leaves as their shelter and just freeze in the
yeah.
cold. Now we want to get better and better. And now that basically to me makes the case for human beings wanting to live a more comfortable life. And now you're saying that the gods thought to themselves, no, let's only reward those human beings who want to go against their nature and are just gonna accept being poor. Nah,
That's
man.
religion. That's religion, though.
Yeah.
It's crazy because that's religion. Even I can only okay, that much research. Disclaimer: we only
Oh,
started
yeah.
today.
Just disclaimer: this is our first podcast together, so people must know.
Yeah, yeah,
People must
yeah.
know. Like we're just testing it out. Actually, we might even delete this shit. Like, people must know. Okay.
It might not go out.
Hey, bro. Flip. Anyway,
Yeah,
it
but
seems to be going
but
well.
I can only reference the Bible, which I've read like a lot and still do read. And the Bible, it's interesting because we were kind of speaking about that today in the thing, where like
Mm.
the Bible actually says that the people who live uncomfortably are the people that are going to gain the most. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Gain the most, and obviously they always talk about the afterlife. It will never be comfortable for a Christian on earth, a really, really devout Christian. Life is just going
Mm-hmm.
to be difficult because they say that this is our hell for devout Christians. I'm saying this is our hell, and then paradise is the next life. So
Okay, that is a different dimension in terms of sorry, different perspective in terms of hell being Earth. Okay, I've heard it, but I haven't really been
delved into it.
put some thoughts. Yeah, I haven't put some thoughts into it. But now
Yeah,
this is the thing, right? Christianity started somewhere in like Rome or England. Was it? Well, not England. Sorry, Israel, isn't it?
Israel. Yeah. From what we
Okay.
read, we have to say that. From what we read, because we
So
can't.
it was a bunch of Jews. Basically, Jesus was a Jew. Confirm?
Yeah. Yes, he was.
But all of a Sunday, you know, now we
Yeah.
have to. No, it's now Jesus is a Jew, but he tells us, no, don't be like me. He went to heaven and he lived a Jew life. He's like, no, don't be like me. Live like me, but don't be a Jew. You must believe directly in me and not in the God like I did. You see now, it's just like, nah, you see now, Jesus. Jesus, if it worked for you, Jesus, come on now. Ah, yeah.
Wait, Dan. Wait. Don't say for Jesus like that. Don't say for Jesus like that.
Nah, he's a homie. He's a homie. You must talk to him. Like,
Yeah.
dog. Come on, bro.
Hey,
G.
bro.
You
Quick
know?
question. Are you cooking?
Yo. Yeah, man. Can you hear that?
What are you making?
I'm making a beef pasta. I don't even know if I have the ingredients yet, bro. Like,
How are you
I'm just,
winging it?
yeah, I'm winging it. I just opened the fridge, like, what do I have? And there was beef, and I was like, I have pasta. All right, that's what I'm making. But
That's funny.
I can't see
That's
like the sauces and stuff, so I'm worried. I'm afraid to keep on looking because I'm just like, if I really don't have them, I'm fucked. So I'm gonna look when it's like the last minute. Yeah.
that's smart. It's funny because Trixie right now, your whole night is just winging it. We're winging a podcast. You winging the supper. You done out here.
You know how it is, man. You know how it is. But anyway,
Nah.
so what do
Yeah.
you think? You think we should? Okay, well, we didn't conclude here, but like, do you think we should always conclude?
We don't always have to conclude. Okay, wait. I guess we should. I guess no, we don't. From the
Yeah.
podcast that I listen to, they don't conclude. They just they just say whatever they're saying, and then you take whatever you're taking from it, and yeah, you go your way, and you take whatever you take from it.
All
Or you
right.
think we
So
should
you got.
conclude?
I mean, we should. I think we should, but like, we don't have to. But I think we should. The thing is, we didn't delve properly into the subject, as we didn't even
Yeah,
plan to talk about this. You see, so
yeah.
the thing is, we must just wait. Hey, bro, did you press record? Who invited who here?
Uh, mine says finish recording, so mine's recording definitely. It says two people are recording at the top.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. All right, mine too says the same thing. I
Okay.
don't want the repeat of what happened to me and Ralph on the 17th of
Wait,
June. Hey, bro.
now you have to tell the story what happened between you and Ralph.
All right, cool. So, hey, bro. So we were talking, like Rob and I. Wow, shit.
Wait, who's Ralph? Who's Ralph?
Ralph is my baby bro. Okay, well, that's another story. But he's my little bro. All right. We have a lot of discussions with him about everything, and we're normally on the opposite ends of the conversation. You know.
Yeah.
So we argue a lot, him and I argue, and we I always say to him, Ralph, you know, you say a lot of things that I disagree with, but I learn a lot from the things you say because you try reason, you know, what you try reason with your thoughts by using like really rational, logical steps to to get to where you're going, and then you lose it at the end. So I still learn even though it's not something I don't really agree with, and I feel like with me it's the same thing too, you know,
So,
and I feel like we should, yeah.
so basically, you saying that Ralph speaks shit, but he's using logical steps to get to shit.
Yeah. That's it. Hey, bro. Like I'll tell you what he said to me today when he called me. I'll tell you now, but let me finish this story. Remind me
Yeah.
to tell you. Anyway,
I
so
will.
I'm like, okay, Ralph. Like I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and like, basically, I was a big music fan. I still am, but as soon as I afforded like data, like I have close to 100 gigs of data now a month or whatever. I stopped listening to music and I started listening to people talking and videos of people having conversations and debates. And so I'm like, Ralph, maybe we should record ourselves talking, you know?
Yeah.
And Ralph was
Great
really into
idea.
the idea. Yeah, he normally buys into my like business ideas like very easily.
Yeah.
I think he kind of has faith in my ideas, but he thinks he's the brains behind it who can make it work, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
he went. I think he found the app, or did I find the app? Whatever. So we started doing this Anchor app thing to start the podcast and stuff, you know. So we were like testing all types of mics. I've got a recording mic here and stuff. And we were like, no, let's use our earphones. So I told him, go to your room, lie down, switch off the lights, close your eyes, and I'll do the same here. So it'll like feel like we're in this one room together talking, but we're gonna use our microphones from our phones, you know? So we did that, bro. We spoke. We had the juiciest fucking conversation, bro. The juicy. But I say juicy, it was actually very intense because it was more like an argument. Like we were at it, eh? We were at it. I think it was a religious one as well. Bro, when we like, all right, let's finish this, let's conclude, let's edit, you know? And Raf was like, all right, cool. I hope you press record. I'm like, no, I hope you press record.
Hey, you man were down out here.
He's like, what do you mean? It's your app, bro. I'm like, yeah, no, but then still, like, you the brains behind. So now we start arguing about this, and that wasn't recorded. So now it's like this 30 minutes, you know, I don't know, fuck it. Anyway, so we come here and we're like, fine, let's start all over. And yeah, basically we made a podcast and we just, no one's ever gonna hear about it. Oh, sorry, man. I'm saying like we made a podcast and it's like in our brains forever. It's no one's ever gonna hear about it. So that's basically what happened between me and the Rafeti guy.
Hey, do you think? Okay, so that recording, right? Now I'm going into the conspiracy thing. So that recording didn't record for you guys, but I'm sure there's like a CIA dude who has it, like because like they listen through our phones and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a way like we could contact the dude and be like, yo man, do us a solid. We just need to put this thing out because it was so good. We just need it. Just do us a solid. Send it via like a private email.
Okay, but you see, for that to be possible, the CIA has to admit that they actually do listen to us.
Oh.
You know?
Oh shit. Yeah, they can't do that.
You see, so your question is, do you think it's possible? No, Jay. I don't think it's possible for me to make America take out their secrets. Like they had, that Snowden guy. Have you been following Snowden?
I haven't been. I just watched that one conversation, if I'm being honest, with Joe Rogan, which was very.
Yeah. So okay, I also watched that, but like there's some documentaries about him. They make him look like a sad child, didn't have a life and all that stuff. What stupid idiots! They think we're idiots. But anyway, they're trying to discredit him basically.
It's funny because there's someone listening to us calling them idiots.
And they're probably sitting in a conference room saying like, we better make sure this podcast doesn't boom. We will have another Joe Rogan problem with us. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I think they're attacking the Joe Rogan guy, bro.
You think so?
You know, my phone used to report Joe Rogan to me like a lot because you know the algorithm or whatever they call it. You know?
Yes, because you listen to him a lot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, now it doesn't, bro. Now it keeps showing me basketball. You know, and I'm like, okay, cool. I can't remember myself searching anything about basketball, but I keep getting this algorithm about basketball. So they kind of figured out that I'm a competitive guy or something, you know, and I like sports. And now they're just throwing this Michael Jordan guy in my face. And I won't lie, fuck it. That clickbait is getting me, man. But like,
gotcha.
And I always ask myself, why don't I get Joe Rogan podcasts anymore? You know?
Yeah.
So I think.
And if you search for it, does the algorithm doesn't come back?
Okay, yeah. Now, the thing is, they know that I normally don't watch the long conversation without listening to snippets first, right? So I listen to like the 10-minute snippets, right? And I'll check it out, and I'll be like, oh, this sounds like a cool conversation. Who is this guy? Let me go check out the full thing. Now, when I search Joe Rogan, they just show me the 2-hour things, 4-hour things from the get-go, you know? Whereas before, before they used to like show me 10-minute things, and I'm like, this guy was boring. I'm not gonna listen to this guy. This guy seems to have like some interesting points. Let me go listen to more of him. Now they're just like, nah, nigga, we don't want you hearing this motherfucker. He's gonna pollute your mind. You know?
How do you think the algorithm thing works, though? Like, how do they? Because I'm gonna tell you a story of why I'm asking. So I was listening to I listened to the Joe Budden podcast. That's like my go-to podcast for now. Uh, and they played a song on there.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to forget the song, so I rewinded to hear what the name of the artist was and the name of the song. Then I paused the podcast. And I went on Google. And as soon as I pressed, I think I was searching for James Brown. I think it was James Brown. As soon as I pressed play, James Brown came up. Like in your predicted it's a predicted
Yeah.
text. James Brown came up, and I'm like, hold on, never in my life searched James Brown. Why is it in my, you know? So like the
Yeah.
algorithm took it from the whole podcast and the fact that I rewinded, so they knew what I wanted to search for, and they made it come to me quicker than I expected, I guess. So how do you think it works?
Jesus, bro. Nah, they have like highlights. They highlight certain catchphrases that you use. Like,
Yeah.
tell you the story. Like, I was at work, right? I don't know if we should mention where we work and shit, but anyway, so I
No.
was at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was busy talking to a colleague, right?
Yeah.
Let's just call that colleague Pravir. Anyway.
Yeah. Prevere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just make it up, Pravir, right? Right.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so then busy there, okay, playing this shit, yeah, everything all good, everything all good. We're talking. No, we're not playing. We're talking about something. We're talking. And then this customer walks in, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, that guy's wearing a Panerai watch." And
Mm-hmm.
Pravir's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Panerai watch is like one of like the expensive watches that are out there. It's like a diving watch or whatever." So I start
Yeah.
telling him about the Panerai watch. Another customer told me about it and shit. And he's like, "How
Yeah.
much do you think it cost?" I'm like, "It's probably like 200K for like a reasonably priced one. For a cheap
What?
one, it's like 70K." Yeah. So we start talking about the Panerai watch. Bro, I shit you not. I shit you not, bro. I got home and I don't normally go to Instagram. I don't use Instagram. I have it. I don't really use it. I have it for
Yeah.
other reasons, which is probably a discussion for another day. But okay, cool.
Definitely,
So I'm
brother.
like, you know what? Yeah, thirst trap. Anyway.
From God, my guy. From God. It's from
Ah, Brett
God.
G, He's a G, man. He's magnificent. Listen. So I
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
home, I open Instagram, I shit you not, two scrolls down, Panerai, advertisement, sponsored advertisement, blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
What?
bitches, firstly, your algorithm is fucked up because it doesn't know my bank account, but shit, you know? Secondly, it's fucked up because like it's just too obvious, man. Like you guys are listening to us, you know?
Yeah, bro. But now, do you think there's a dude sitting there listening to every single person?
Nah, bro. So you see how you started using your Google text or talk to text thing, right?
Yeah. The Google
Yeah,
Assistant.
speech to text. So what that does, they tell you that as you use that thing, you're basically bettering their software and understanding the different accents and lingos or whatever the case, right?
Okay.
So Google, Google is now trained by you and I by talking to it, by like if I speak to Siri, like Siri, what's the time? That teaches Siri to understand people saying Siri, what's the time? You know, and
Mm.
yeah. So now that basically creates like little what you call these things. My phone wants a software upgrade. It trains the tell me it trains
The Google, the
the
algorithm or
the software to
the
create an
software.
algorithm 100% to basically understand how we speak and how so every time when you say hey what's up books, Google can listen to that and actually type hey what's up books. Therefore when you say hey man have you ever heard of a Panerai watch, no one has to sit there and type it. You saying that will be there.
Yeah.
So then Panerai will probably pay them like listen, I want to be in your marketing banbani, I'll pay you 2 million or whatever. And every time someone
Yeah.
says Panerai, show them my picture. And it's probably like different packages, you know. So
Holy.
that's how I think it works. I'm not really sure about it. I think we should actually have an in-depth conversation, just teaching people how that shit works. We should Google it. They're probably not gonna tell us the truth, though. You know.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not. But from what we can gather, And I think
Yeah,
examples are good in this thing. We have to get examples from people who saw this algorithm work in their own life.
yeah, true, true. But you see now, that thing that I said that we shouldn't do of being DJs, this is when it's needed, you know? When we say, all right, peeps, the next episode, look out for, a talk on
Yeah,
one, two, three,
we have to have an
So,
outro. We have to have an outro. We have to have like
yeah.
a outro thing. We'll work on it though. We'll work on it. This is just the first thing. This is actually pretty good. 35 minutes.
Yeah, I think we killed it. But then, Jay, like, you and I talk forever, even at work, Sometimes I even feel
Yeah.
bad, bro. I'm like, shit, this nigga and I have been doing nothing, man. We're just talking.
Can I be honest with you, bro? Can I be honest with
What
you?
up? What up?
Sometimes I feel like I took advantage.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
we,
I can see it in your face, bro. I even told you that one time. Like, remember I told you I was like, yo, bro. I remember when I was a casual. I used to do exactly what you do, and you just come and like and like there's like I'll be honest with you. I won't give you names, obviously, because you probably want to see
yeah,
the
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Excuse me, but many people, not many, there are more. It's not just you who does that of coming to the leaders and talking to them and then end up not doing any
Not,
work. Other
yeah.
other people come to me, bro. I'm telling you, and they'll like start talking, and I wouldn't really be interested in their conversation. Like I'd be like, I can see what you're doing, but because I entertain Lihle, I'm gonna have to entertain you, and you're gonna want to talk
Oh,
about this, you know?
I'm picking it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
God.
like you see, if I start saying like, hey bro, just go work or whatever, it's gonna be like I'm
Yeah,
it's favoritism, So I end up
yeah.
entertaining conversations that I don't give a fuck about, bro. Like like I'm honest, like I'll be actually quite irritated, like this nigga he's crazy. I'm not into this shit. It's not me. I don't know about this. But I'm like, but Lethia was just talking to me for 30 minutes. I might as well entertain this guy. Eh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Nah, hey,
Anyway,
bro, this is
listen.
dope. This is dope.
Yeah, man,
This is,
it's
and
amazing. I think for the first night, 36 minutes is alright. We don't want to stretch it too long.
I, I, I
Let's
thought we were gonna
let's
end
invite.
at 20, but the conversation was dope.
Yeah, we discussed 15 to 20 minutes, bro. I remember Kaylee said, yo, man, let's try out a 15 to 20 minute, just try out, and then we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
But also, you see, you're going to have to like edit it now. Oh, well, I'm going to have to edit it, or you're going to have to edit it. But we're going to have to edit it like with all the sounds and the music behind it, you know?
Oh, yeah, and
Uh,
all your cooking and stuff.
I don't think I can take out the cooking. I don't think I can take that out. I tried, I tried to make a highlight while walking at the mall, and yo, it was horrible, my man. It was
A
horrible.
highlight? What do you
Actually,
mean? What's that? I
not
don't.
a trailer, a trailer.
Oh, trailer. Okay.
Yeah, so I
Oh, I'm
tried to
gonna
make
look
a
at it.
trailer. Nah, I deleted it. It was horrible because the thing is, I don't really know where my mic is, so like I didn't know where to speak on the left or on the right. Actually, I should do that test with you right
Oh,
now. And on top of that, because I was at the mall, I don't want to look crazy, which is stupid. I was walking there and I'm like, okay, Bugs, you probably want to look crazy, so don't be too loud. And like afterwards, when I deleted it, I'm like, you know what, Bugs, you weren't looking crazy because people think you're talking on your phone. But now,
yeah.
imagine I'm walking down the mall like I'm going to see when I separated with you, and I was like, oh, Lisha, let's do a 15 to 20 minutes tryout. I'm like, hey, I don't know
Yeah.
how to use the app. So when you left, like, I don't know how to use the app, so I must just like do like a little trailer just to check it. Because like I
Yeah.
forgot how to use it. Like I made that mistake with Ralph. I must prevent it now. So
It's
I'm, so
with
I
no
go in
show.
there. Yeah, I'm like, Booger, now you're gonna look crazy, bro. Just keep it down. But I'm like, nah, it's like I talk on my phone like this all the time. But like imagine now I'm walking down the passage there at the mall. I'm just like, yo, 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 it's Boogs up in the house. I'm with Jafta J. I'm just like, nah, that is yeah, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. you know. So I just dropped it. I dropped it. But
Away. But we'll try. I think tomorrow we gotta work on like a outro, like a proper outro that's gonna, that we can do every
oh yeah.
episode to show
Yeah,
people
yeah, of
periodically,
course.
you know.
Yeah, no, that's dope. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll
But for
start thinking
now,
of them tonight.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. But for now,
But wait, let's just do a quick check, right? Tell me which mic is loud. Like, where's my mic, basically? I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna say 1, 2 on the other one, and I'm gonna say 3, 4 on the other one, and tell me which one is louder, right?
okay.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2,
Uh-huh.
3, 4, 3, 4.
1, 2, dog.
So it's on the.
One,
Okay, so
two.
it's on this side. All right, I can actually see it now. Okay, cool. So it's
Um,
okay, fine. Okay, now we got it. We got it, man.
you got.
Now it's on, bro. But now we
I
have to
will.
have more structured conversations, bro. Because you can't really send this to anyone and be like, yo, man, you must hear this podcast. We were talking about this. Now it's just like a general conversation, this, bro. So the next one, we have to like be a bit more
Structure.
structured, you know?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. All
Structure.
right, man.
Structure puts length into it too. I think.
Like we must put length, like how long? Oh, on a certain subject.
Yes. Structure puts length, and we give ourselves, okay, you've got 20 minutes on this, 20 minutes on that, 20 minutes on this. But you know what I like about this though? This
Yeah.
flowed, but it all made sense. Everything we spoke about flowed into each other, and then we closed it. You get what I'm saying? If you think
Yeah,
back,
you know what I think it did though, bro.
what?
I think we deprived. You see how we started like I didn't want to do it, but we started talking about religion and shit, right?
Yeah.
So we deprived the people who were interested in that, who are struggling with that, of proper points because we were just cheating it, we were just dabbling in it. So they still want to hear more from us. But now at the same time, we made sure, maybe not made sure, but we tried to make sure that people aren't getting bored of something they don't want to hear about if they're not really religious, or they are
Yeah.
very religious and they don't want to hear people talking against religion. So it was short enough, but long enough as well, you know?
I like the way it went. I actually like the
Yeah.
way it went. I think it went perfect.
Uh,
Just listen back to it. Take some time,
yeah,
listen
I
back
would.
to it, see where we, and I'm also gonna do the same, and then see where we
Aye.
can improve on and stuff. I just have one question.
What up?
Was what am I not speaking too loud? I feel like I'm speaking loud, and everyone in the house is like
Nah, I feel like you're actually a bit low, but I'm happy that you tried to be loud. So I
okay,
think you're
maybe
perfect.
up the microphone.
Like no. Like the thing is when you did your trailer.
Yeah.
It was so perfect, bruh. It was like you weren't shouting, you were calm, but you were close enough to your mic that you were so clear, and there was no distortion and stuff. So you didn't have to be loud. You know what I mean? Which was
Okay, I hear what
perfect.
you're saying.
Which is I'm worried that I'm too loud right now, but that's how I
Nah,
talk on the phone. Like, all
but
right,
you got
cool,
to know,
man,
I can
cool.
hear you. Everything's clear. Okay, cool. So
All
this
right.
app is dope. Let's give a shout out to the app. I think that's important. So we're using
All
the
right.
Anchor, where we're able to connect, we connect to each other and start this podcast and entertain you guys because we love y'all.
Very much. We hope you guys support us, and this is only gonna get better. All
Yeah,
right.
man,
I,
for
I
sure, for
I'm
sure, for
very
sure.
awkward at this part. I'm very awkward. I think you should be the DJ of this shit, man.
Nah, no
Yeah.
problem, no problem. Yo, man, this was Jafta J, Big Boog. Catch us on the next episode of Badass Conversations. Peace.
Dala skula, dala skula, zabi